Ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence Kasdan. It is in recognition of your distinctive contribution to the art of the moving image that the American Film Institute is proud to confer upon you its Doctorate of Fine Arts, Honoris Causa.
Thank you. Thank you, James. I want to thank the trustees of the American Film Institute and Bob Ghazali and everyone at the AFI. This is a great honor to receive from an institution I have admired since its creation. I admired it so much that I applied for admission to the Institute 45 years ago. I haven't heard yet, but I'm still hopeful. I'm particularly pleased that the chairman of the board of directors of the AFI, Bob Daly, is here today. I made 3 movies with Bob when he and Terry Semmel were running Warner Brothers, and I can tell you that there have never been better studio heads, ever. They were honest, tough, smart, fair. They knew how to listen, and they would tell you the truth, what they really thought. And somehow, the way they put it, you were always grateful. That's very unusual. That period at Warner Brothers in the 80s and 90s now seems like a golden time, a time when Hollywood studios were actively supporting the kind of movies I had committed my life to making. Bob and Terry came to me with The Accidental Tourist, a wonderful, serious literary novel by Ann Tyler, full of humor and sadness about grief, love, and regeneration. They actually wanted to make movies like that at Warner Brothers. Little hard to imagine these days. It seemed that the parameters were not so narrow back then. The studios were interested in a wide variety of movies, all kinds, not just movies with brand potential. At least that's the way I remember it. However, memory is a tricky thing. Recently, we were going through some stuff at my office, and we came upon a box of old videos from this golden era. One of the discs was a recording of a panel discussion from that time I participated in with 3 other directors. There was me, there was George Miller, who directed Road Warrior and Babe, and recently Fury Road. There was Peter Bogdanovich, who'd made The Last Picture Show and What's Up, Doc? And the great Martin Ritt, a former honoree here at the AFI, who had directed HUD and Sounder and Norma Rae. When I watched this old video the other day, here's what I heard, what every one of us was complaining about. Here's the quote. The studios only want to make comic books, remakes, franchise movies. They don't want to make films for adults. They've lost interest in real human behavior, nuanced motivations, any work relevant to the world we actually live in. That's what we were saying during the golden era. The real truth is this: it has never been easy to get challenging projects made. It was always a struggle, which entailed giving financiers the misleading impression that your movie might actually make money. The producer Tony Bill, who made Taxi Driver and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, once said, "In Hollywood, you have to fight to get into the war." A friend of mine, a very successful filmmaker, puts it this way: Hollywood exists for just one purpose, to make you miserable. And there are times when that seems to be true about Hollywood. If that were the whole story, it'd be easy to walk away. A person would have to be insane to want to be part of something like that. But it's not the whole story. Creating the moving image, making movies or television, telling stories, along that path lies joy. The rumors you've heard are true. Doing this work is the best job on earth. For the 7 years I was trying, without success, to get into the business, I used to think of Hollywood as a great medieval fortress. The people inside didn't want anyone else to get in. It was already crowded in there. There was already too much competition. As you attacked the walls of the castle, the people up on the ramparts were waiting to pour hot oil down upon you. But now everything has changed. There are so many ways to get your work exposed, so many pathways to the audience. Control has actually shifted to the filmmaker. When you look at the Hollywood castle, its defenses so desperate, its ambitions so narrowly focused, you have to ask yourself this question: is there really any reason to go inside? A 12-year-old with a camera that costs a couple $100 can make a movie that goes on the net and is seen by 6 million people. A week later, a studio executive will be loitering outside that child's middle school to offer them the next Captain America. You can't get any more democratic than that. The problem is that kid is probably going to take the job. Originally, thinking about these remarks, I was going to urge you to make your art, ignore the system, and forget about Hollywood. And that's not a bad plan. In your gut, you know that already. Get your movies made any way you can. But a few things have happened recently that have reminded me of a simple fact. I love Hollywood movies. I know that Hollywood movies can be better than they are today. They can be more adventuresome, more challenging, more intelligent, and more entertaining. And you people can make them that way. There's a part of me that hopes you won't turn away from Hollywood. I hope you will smash through those walls, redesign the Hollywood machine, and return it to its highest purpose. You are not insane. You are not seeking pain or misery. The struggle is worth it. You've made the right choice. Joy awaits you. And now you're going to graduate and go get at it. Thank you for letting me be part of your graduation, and thank you for finally responding to my application.